So everyone, please sit down, shut up and listen. This is our project presentation. We are team 5 and this is our product. Mireia is a navigational application for disabled people.
So we are going to tell you how everything starts. First of all, a little question. How many of you have already walked in a city? Please raise your hand. Thank you. So, how many of you have faced the fact of going downstairs in the city? Raise your hand. Okay, so many people. And how many of you have already carry something quite heavy with wheels into these stairs? Okay, so some people have already experienced this type of thing.
So now you can see how the 1% of population what has to do every day. So this 1% represent the wheelchair users. So they are people who are in need of wheelchairs. They might have them, they might not have it. So let's say you're new to the city and you need to get from point A to point B. What Google Maps is going to show you, okay, you have this starting point, you have this end point, it is going to show you this route, the closest route. But what it doesn't show you is if we have some stairs or some other obstacles, which our product Mireia is going to show you. We see here, for example, right at the beginning of the path, we have stairs. And we see right at the very end, that next to the end, that we have some groupation of people that it is really crowded. Our application is going to enable the users to choose each and every obstacle, to choose what they want to do with them. For example, if we want to see the obstacle, we will be shown a picture of the obstacle that we clicked. This is a complete example of this first obstacle. And then if we want to this here button, it will show us alternative versions of the route. So we here see this is the first route that was suggested to us, but then we said, okay, we can't do this route, we need another route. And this is the route that was suggested to us by the application. The second functionality that we will have, it is a side functionality. It is our unique way to keep track of how wheeler friendly is a certain business. So we call it wheeler availability. So I have talked about the main feature, the navigational system. I have talked about the local businesses rating, that is the wheeler ability. We have a third second feature that is going to be public transport assist. That the main reason is for this is to help people to buy a bus ticket or to help them get a taxi from within a rapid. Now, the business model.
So now, in terms of business model, our Mireia application is in between two segments of businesses. First of all, we have the B2C in terms of customer, because our users are normal people from the normal life. And then we have the B2B, because we are selling some services to our users. How it's gonna work? First of all, we are going to provide a navigational tool to our dynamic community. Then this community will feel engaged and keep on writing some businesses, keep on be active on the application. So our application can take this engagement and transform it into visibility for our partners, our business partners, local partners, event organizers, and even institutions of the city. So this visibility will be obviously transformed into money for our application. And this is our sustainable loop for our application.
So what we are going to do is we are going to create a mixed dynamic community that consists of disabled people, of young parents, of roller skaters, snowboard users, and other people that face the same problems as them. in the end, we want to reward our most engaged users by creating the Viewers Club, which is, as I said, it is going to be consistent of the most engaged users. So the main funding that we are going to get is going to be through the European Union funds. Concretely, we have the Smart Specialization Strategy. That is the fund which is going to give us funds because we are directly, our solution directly impacts the 10th and the 11th SDG.
In terms of marketing, our mantra is going to be local. Why? Because we want to create a community, a strong community, and we want to make a link between our application and our users, of course, but also between the users themselves. So we choose to implement this growing marketing strategy as follows. So we want to create awareness into the city by some advertising, bus station, in the bus station, or through the local associations that are linked with disabled people or even young parents, for example. Then we want to organize events. Why events? Because so the people could meet themselves and then feel more engaged for our application. And then obviously by the working. Then the acquisition phase, where it's the moment when people are going to download the application. They are going to download it because we are going to make a mentorship system, and because obviously our application is totally free for the users. In terms of activation, it will be obviously by me because people are going to activate it while they are going to go from a point A to a point B. And in terms of retention, we think about a system of notification that can show you updates about the daily journey, about the conditions of circulation in the city, and so on useful update about new partnership and our partner discount, for example. And then the last part is, of course, the referral, which is directly linked to the acquisition phase. Okay, so let's talk about the financial aspect of our application. Our application, we want to develop locally our application and have develop our application through the cities. So first of all, we are going to start in one city, develop our application, and then expand on some other cities. Our financial forecast is based on two phases. First of all, the bidding phase, where we are going to grow our community, make it stronger and more engaged, and then the performing phase. So it's when we are going to see businesses and sell our services to them because of the engagement. So in our first phase, we have estimate needed budget of 250,000 euros, divided in 4 areas. The main is the marketing and customer relationship one, because we want to create this engagement, and this is the marketing, which is going to be the main piece, the main aspect. Then we have the employees. Mainly the local representative, one per city in our estimation. Then we have the IT, so the servers and development tools, and finally the office and the equipment, which are obviously something needed for any company. In terms of revenue, so we estimate that we could aim at 250 local businesses per city. We estimate that a contribution of 50 euros per month per business could be a good target. And then we take the initial budget of 250,000 euros for the departure. By minoring our monthly expenses, we estimate that we could be profitable almost around our third year of deployment. So, finally, our expected impact. In a nutshell, our expected impact are obviously the inclusiveness. By giving some visibility to the people who need it, we want to encourage businesses and even to think about their accessibility. Then the independence for the people who want a dynamic life, like every one of us. We want them to be free to move as they want in the city. Then we want to raise awareness of the cities and institutions about this problem, and finally encouraging everyone to look out for their peers. So Milena is a smart, cooperative, and dynamic solutions for the person who needs it. To ask if you have any questions. Yes?
Yep.
Thanks. I like the idea. Well, it's very much needed, of course. And sadly, governments cannot somehow fix this problem, so we need innovation. And it's good to have this. I think this 50 euro per business per month is could be optimized. I mean, you have corporations with billions of dollars, and over 50 euro is nothing. So maybe it should be, for startups who want to be contributing to community, okay, it's 50 euro or 10 euro, and then the corporation would be a percentage of their revenue or something like that, or profit or whatever they want. Maybe doesn't sound.
Definitely, but when we say businesses, we mean like bakeries, grocery stores, and bars and stuff like that. Not
only the big company. But
why don't you want to also go to this big company?
we didn't say we don't want to, but we are not just aiming at them, and we want the price to be affordable for the bars, which is okay. The bars have lower revenue than the companies, so they can pay less. But definitely a good suggestion that we maybe adjust the price range a bit to have different tiers.
Okay, well, definitely they have this corporate responsibility values, right? So they would be happy to give money to put the logo and say, we help. But maybe would have been also helpful to do some research and put some figures about the cities like which you target. For example, it was not very clear which cities you start with. Maybe also some cities are more accessible anyway, and some cities are heavily not accessible in no matter what, right? And also maybe to see some figures how much are the local governments allocating per let's say person, and where does the money go, and maybe if the government, like the city, allocates 10 euro per year per disabled person, then of course you cannot do much with that, and from that you can build some more. But this is my comment.
That's a very good point, because the choice of the first city we are going to integrate our application in was we aim mostly like Paris, which is kindly a very hard city to move in because there is a lot of stairs, not a lot of I would say that equipment, I would say, but it is a city which has a very good politic in terms of integration and to make the city more usable by the bicycle and pedestrians. So this application could totally be one of the tools for this development. So yeah, we firstly mainly think about this more maybe than a city as Valencia, where the circulation conditions are very good for the bicycle and which is already very well equipped for this type of population.
Taking Paris as the first example, I think it's quite challenging in many ways.
Also, yeah.
Thanks.
Any more questions?
We have from Yuhan.
Okay.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, thanks for the good presentation. Important problem you are addressing there. One question is that because application business has this kind of a nature that good applications grow fast, they spread fast, and the bad applications never make it. So my question is that you had kind of a very, how would I say, non-ambitious plan that you will grow very gradually, like 4 cities, then was it after 4 years you have 27 cities? Is there any way to model your business so that you could grow faster? Because also when it's a good application, somebody will copy it. Application business is quite difficult to protect. So what could you do to grow faster if it's a good application that is really needed? That was my question.
Yeah, that's also a very good point, because one of the main aspects we want to give to our application is the human scale. That's why we talk about local cities. We want to grow some community, and as you know, good things and solid things take a lot of time to grow, and that's why, because we want to have a lot of engagement, a lot of something solid and sustainable. We aim to make it maybe more slowly but stronger.
So it's kind of a more than an application.
Yeah, it would be a lifestyle, I would say, like something.
Okay,
yeah. Thank you for your question.
Maybe one more comment for marketing. I think would be nice to have, or to include in your planning or future presentation or whatever you plan to do, people who collect money for various causes like Red Cross and but those are like, okay, everybody knows. So the point is to have a wheelchair for normal people and put a ramp and say, hey, do you want to be in the wheel drive of this mechanism and see how difficult it is? So you give them, the problem, and once they feel it, they'll say, yeah, I will give this money because I see how problematic it is, because otherwise, so maybe that's a good marketing setup. You have a central setup and you give the challenge to normal people so they feel the pain.
With time, we are going to get a lot of data that we could sell to the local institution, not sell, but help us to advise the local institution so they could adapt some equipment in the city, directly because of the precise of the targeted data.
Any other comment, question? No? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.